This is Matt for IntuBoxing. I'm delighted to be joined by one of the hottest prospects in boxing at the minute, Mr. Calum French. Calum, you're here, big event, big occasion. How are you feeling?
Aye, buzzing to be on another massive card. These are the cards you dream about when you're amateur. So it gets you used to them big nights in the future when I'm going to be headlining. It's getting us used to it now, isn't it?
I'm just about to say, when you look at all the amateurs that have turned over, you look at Sky, obviously you've been on San Diego, this is all part of your development for when you eventually, God willing for you guys, reach the top, reach your world title level, you're used to that big occasion, that big feeling, because whether that arena's full for you or not, it's huge, it can be daunting. Is that setting you up for later on?
Of course. When you're coming out with these big arenas early on, it's preparing you for the big nights later on in your career. And it won't be empty when I'm on. I'll have a few hundred coming down from Newcastle. Had 150 come down to Liverpool. I think there's about 180 coming down this time, so we'll have plenty there shouting my name.
How good is that for you, this early on in your career, having that support? I spoke to another one of the lads from Newcastle, just outside of Tommy Hodgson. Are you mates with Tommy?
Good friends as well.
Yeah, he brings a lot of support. How good is it this early on, you're bringing busloads to turn out for you and give you that support? It must be a good feeling, right?
Oh, unbelievable feeling. It spurs you on as well in them later rounds when you start to feel it a bit. You hear that roar from the crowd and it gives you a lift. I think everyone's just buzzing to see someone do well from Gateshead, because no one really makes it out of Gateshead, you know what I mean? Last person to make it out of Gateshead was Gaza, and he was Raj, you know what I mean? So I think everyone's just buzzing that someone's doing well.
I was going to say the North East, when you look at boxers over the years, this is like your chance, isn't it, really? Yours, you like, say, Tommy Hodgson's, obviously Joe Laws from that neck of the woods, your chance to make a real big impact and put your stamp on the map into that end and that neck of the woods, put boxing on the map back in Newcastle up there.
Of course I think it works in cycles, like Manchester have a good few years, Liverpool have a good few years, now it's the North East's turn. I think it's been a while since the North East had a good crop coming through, but this is a top class crop coming through now.
When you see the likes of Josh, obviously, on top stage, he's been here, he's done it many a time before, he's used to the big occasion. Is that what you want, all that pressure coming into it? Because when you look at it, he's got a lot to live up to, you've got all them thousands of fans coming and singing his name. Is they like the nights you live for?
Of course, mate, pressure. There's no diamonds without pressure. So that's what it's all about. When you get the higher you climb the levels, the higher climbing levels, the more the pressure gets, and it's how you deal with it. Well, that's what makes you into the person you are.
When you were coming up then and going through the amateur scene and making your way through, who was the guys who you looked at and looked up to not necessarily emulate, copy, but people you either watched, studied, or took a bit from them?
Errol Spence Jr., Manny Pacquiao, just all the southpaws really used to watch a lot of them. Even the amateurs, the Cubans, Mario Cesar, Kinlan Mesa, Rigondo, all them. I used to watch because I love the sport itself, so I watch a lot of boxing myself and study it quite a lot. So I like watching them.
Well, you just mentioned Errol Spence. Just talk about him. I think he's got a unification fight with Ugas. I don't think anyone's going to look past Ugas because he just beat Manny Pacquiao. No matter how old he was, he's still got him on his record. But the fight everyone wants to see is Spence and Crawford. I've been wanting this for absolutely donkeys now. What happens in that fight?
I like Spence. He's one of my favourite fighters, but I'm going to have to say Crawford.
Really?
I think it's going to make the fight easier to be made now that Crawford's not with them. So he's left his promoter, hasn't he?
Yeah, left Top Rank.
Right. So I think the fight will be easier to be made now. But honestly, I think Crawford's just a killer. I think Crawford will be Spence.
Do you think he's pound for pound number one, or would you still have that tag with Canelo?
I would still have that tag with Canelo, just with the names he's beaten. Yeah. But Crawford is if he beats Spence, he's on the verge of pound for pound, I think.
It's a crazy fight, that, if it happens. Finally, just from me, for the fans who are tuning in to see you for the first time, tell them what they can expect.
Expect another dominant punch precision display. Hopefully a display of hitting and not getting hit. That's the plan.
Sorry, I said that was finally, but this is the final one. Have you got a message for all your supporters, not just the ones from the North East, but all the ones who are coming from everywhere? Because you sound like you've got a truckload of fans coming.
I just make sure you're screaming and shouting on the night. I want to thank everyone who's bought a ticket to come down and watch us. It means the world to us, and long may it continue.
Absolutely. Look, guys, tune in, follow him. Big prospects. Calum French, thanks for talking to IntuBoxing. Hopefully we can catch up after the fight if you're back at the hotel later on.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.